Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Nevada Partners. As I was driving in this morning, I was dropping my daughter off to school, and she asked me, "What do you have going on today?" I'm so excited, getting ready this morning. Tell her we have a ribbon cutting. I'm so excited. And she's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I told her we're opening up this co-working space, a computer lab, a community incubator. She's like, "Oh, okay. What is that?" So I told her, we're co-collaborating, we're co-creating, we're bringing businesses, we're bringing digital inclusion to our community, and we're educating and bringing resources. And she looks over and she's like, "Well, when you said incubator, I thought about babies." It's like, "Oh, okay." Right. So she's like, "Are you making business babies?" It's like, yeah, and we laugh about it because she's joking now, right? So I was like, "Yeah, actually we are. We're making business babies. We're bringing small businesses to our community and we're developing them. We're cultivating them. We're incubating them in our co-working space." And she looks at me and she says, "Oh, okay, cool," right? So I'm excited, but if you think about it from a teenager's perspective, okay, cool, it means that's pretty awesome. As the acting president, I'm deeply honored to stand before you today. For over 3 decades, Nevada Partners has remained steadfast and its commitment to serve our community. Our achievements, let me put this down a little. Our achievements are a testament of the work that we do for our community. Specifically in the West Las Vegas Promise neighborhood, through the Affordable Housing and Wealth Creation pillar, this came to fruition. Together, we spearhead initiatives like Promise Startups, providing businesses the opportunity to cultivate their businesses. Furthermore, the creation of the Tourism Business Igniter program aims businesses to foster and build sustainability and attracting tourism to our tourist attraction that we now call the West Side, a vibrant community. As I look around into the room, I'm very, very excited to see all your beautiful faces, the excitement, and to see how much support we have in the community. It brings me, it's very touching to see how much support, the day-to-day operations that we have, and to really see everybody just come excited to see the work that we're doing and to be able to showcase our work. And for that, I'm so thankful. Our heartfelt thank you goes to our Visa, Everyone On, Alliant Credit Union, Planet ROI, and their dedicated teams for coming out and really giving us the support that we needed. I've said it throughout the day, and I will continue to say it. They came in full force. They came in and really showed us what it is to be in collaboration and what true partnership is about. And thank you for that. In addition, thank you for your generous support for bringing a computer lab and co-working space to life. Josh Jacobs may be somewhere around the building, so thank you for being here today. Thank you for being nice to meet you. I've never met you. My husband was like, "You don't know." I'm sorry, but it's a pleasure to meet you. We have to make sure to take a picture for my husband. I also want to take a moment to recognize Elias Benjaloon. For his exception. For his exceptional dedication in securing the sponsorship opportunity. And I won't dismiss Bo because I know he sent this to us, but Elias, your heart and passion for helping others and truly commendable. And we are incredibly fortunate to have you on our team. To our Nevada Partners team, I am profoundly grateful for your tireless efforts and unwavering commitment to serving our community. Together, we are making tangible differences in the lives of those we serve, and I am immensely proud to stand alongside each and every one of you. Thank you to our youth leaders for always showing up and showing out in a great way, and for showing the great way to pave the path for future youth. For our amazing UNLV team, words cannot describe the amazing work that we've done together. I see you here with your beautiful faces, just smiling and just being so proud of the work that we're doing. And I'm just truly thankful for that opportunity to work with the UNLV team. TV Interiors, I don't know if you're here today, but thank you for bringing aesthetic to our co-working space. Daring Innovations for bringing in your innovative, creative industry side and showing us exactly what we needed in our co-working space. Thank you all for being here today. You are a key part of transforming this journey. Let's continue to uplift and empower each other and as we move forward towards a brighter future for all. I now have the absolute pleasure of introducing and welcoming the person that made this possible today, Michelle Gathers, Chief Diversity Officer and Head of Corporate Responsibility for Visa.
Good morning. It is a beautiful mosaic to stand in front of you today and see standing room in our community. Sometimes we don't show up. And today we have shown up. I want everybody to look around and see each other. Turn around and look at this room. It is my great honor and privilege to represent purpose at Visa. It is my great honor and privilege to be here today with you. Yes, the Super Bowl is going on in the city, but something far greater is happening, and that is the investment in the main thing. And the main thing in any community is its people. And so today, we're going to keep the main thing, and we're going to invest in each other. I say to you that I am here because I want to be around people who want to reach their full potential. So by a show of hands, how many people want to reach their full potential? If you really want to reach your full potential, put up both hands. Okay. I'm in the right room and you can stay. And for the people who didn't raise their hand back there, there's going to be an escort. Okay. So now that we have established that full potential is important, we need to share resources. And that's what we're here today for. Because let me tell you how we reach our full potential. Together. People say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And so I invite you to go far and reach your full potential. So here's a little bit about why we're here. We're not here for show and tell. We're here because we believe that inclusion is the key to our global success as people who want to reach our full potential. You see, the world is borderless now. You can be anywhere in the world in nanoseconds, and data travels around the world. So how is it that we make sure that there's inclusion, and not because of the color of our skin or our gender, but because of our shared humanity? I want us to experience this thing called inclusion. And so inclusion begins when you come out the womb, and it never ends. And so today, Visa and our partners are here because we believe that inclusion is real. And some of the people I want to acknowledge straight on include, yes, Nevada Partners, everyone on Alliant Credit Union, who I'll introduce their CEO in a little while. We have Senator Rosen's staff here. Raise your hand. They're the resource fair. Tell them come on in here too. But sometimes we forget that the political fabric of our community is important, and it really does care about community. So I want to make sure we acknowledge Senator Rosen's office. And then we have also Congressman Stephen Hosford coming at 10 a.m. So he's not here yet, but he will be here. So it's another way of demonstrating inclusion, right? Because it takes everybody in the ecosystem for inclusion to happen. And there are some facts that bring us here. 18 million Americans do not have high-speed internet. COVID taught us that it is not a luxury, it's a basic need. We also know that here in Nevada, 21% of the citizens in this state do not have access to broadband internet. Said another way, in this room, for every 5 people, 1 person is not connected. And you just looked around this room. It is a reality that we must face, but more importantly, it's a reality that we must fix together. And so today we're bringing together individuals and small businesses, and we saw some babies in the room too. We saw some young people, because a thriving community has children engaged in the activity. Like Lizette needed to explain to her daughter what was going on. That's a critical success factor. We also know that if we do digital empowerment well, which is what the Visa team is doing, and I want to acknowledge the Visa team. So Worku, Kate, Brittany, Lynette, y'all stand up so people don't think I'm doing all the work, because I'm not. Tom, stands up, Visa team, right? Oh, there they are out there waving. The reality is we are 28,000 Visa employees who care about this, and our global footprint is truly global. And we care about this idea of inclusion, because when we get inclusion right, there are equitable outcomes for us all. And we all decided that we want to reach our full potential. And as the kids say, that means Mo. Because we need it to fully participate in society. It's not get it at any means necessary. It is, but I want to participate. And how do I participate? Digital empowerment. And closing the digital divide must happen during our lifetime, not someone else's. And so today, all of you are here because now you have been deputized as people who are going to close the digital divide and who are going to pass it on. The computer lab that is here and the resource center and the collab space is about passing it on. Because when we are blessed, what should we do with our blessings? I didn't teach you that. Mama or big mama or somebody at the house, auntie taught you that, right? So let us remember that that is really very important as we manifest reaching our full potential. And so the Super Bowl is here. The Super Bowl is Visa's opportunity to invest in community. It is our opportunity to say that we are a fintech company and we are giants in data and technology, and we want to share it with the communities that we live and work in. And so that's a little bit about why we're here. You're going to hear a lot more. But now what I want to do is I want to introduce you to a partner who said, I want to get involved. And I don't want to get involved on the sidelines. I want to be on the court. I want to be on the field. And that is our partner, Dennis Devine, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Alliant Credit Union, where he can make things happen for communities. And he's dedicated his career to making sure something happens. And he said, Visa, I want to partner with you. And I want to make something special happen. The football game's going to be over after a couple of hours. But that computer lab back there, that's impact. And so I want to thank you for being a man of impact. So please come to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. It is Are you as inspired by Michelle as I am? Holy cow. We all feel warm this morning to be together and to be able to share this time and to talk about something truly impactful for our community. My name is Dennis Devine, and I'm lucky to work with an organization. Alliant, you might not know, we're one of the largest credit unions in the United States. Far more important, we are a digital credit union. And so the cause that you care about so much today is at our hearts. Credit unions are a little different than banks. We don't have shareholders, and so the only work we do is for the members that we serve. And I'm lucky to work with a team that has a core set of values. One of them on our walls each day is do good. We aspire to change something for the good each day. And so that feels right to us, and I know as I have an opportunity to see the folks gathered in this room that that's what this is about. Digital inclusion is not an optional, it's an absolute necessity. We know well that, and the data that Michelle shared is both powerful and it's humbling, and it hurts to know that there's plenty who don't have access. And so access to technology and high-speed broadband, it's necessary for healthcare these days. Try to make an appointment or follow up with your physician. It's essential for work. Try to put together a resume and not have access. Education, we know it through COVID and we know it far more. And maybe most powerful to me personally, 1 in 5 students, parents say, don't have access to the technology and broadband they need to do their schoolwork. And so as a community here on the West Side and as entrepreneurs to gather together and to find ways to create access, super proud today that there will be more than 125 devices as well as investments in skills. Michelle, I hope she's cheering for my team on Sunday, right? I want to take a moment as well just to say thank you to so many partners who are involved. Michelle, we are inspired by you. The leadership of the entire Visa team to bring this together is truly remarkable. Lizette, as you bring us together in your community to celebrate this great work, we are truly honored to be here. Elias, to hear your story and how this has come together is remarkable. You're going to have a chance in the panel to hear from Norma, the CEO of Everyone On. We've been partners for years, and it's amazing to be together to be able to celebrate this time. You'll meet the person on my team who's here who does all the work to help make this happen. Right next to her, Meredith Ritchie is the president of the Alliant Credit Union Foundation. But we're truly, truly honored. Can we give a quick thank you to everyone I just mentioned? This is a game changer for those who want access, who will pass it on for generations in this community here on the West Side. And so thank you so much for having us, and we're excited for this Community Access Lab and all that it will mean. I also have the great pleasure to introduce someone I know that you're looking forward to hearing from. And so some of you know him as national champion, others know him as first-round draft choice. Others know him as Pro Bowl invitee multiple times. Others know him as the Jim Brown Award winner because of his rushing title. But I think his attendance here also reflects a passion and a commitment to the community and a story that inspires many. So will you please join me in welcoming Josh Jacobs.
Good morning, how y'all doing? So I had something written down, that I was gonna come up here with a whole plan, but I just decided to speak on why I'm here and what this type of event and this type of community outreach means to me. Growing up for me, in a underprivileged community, we always felt like we had the short end of the stick in everywhere that we turned, every direction that we looked in. So to be able to be, a kid in high school not really learning about financial literacy until I went to college. and being in the room speaking about credit and things like that, and not understanding what it was or what was going on. I feel like that's the reason why I felt like this was very important, especially in today's day and age where everything is online. Anything that you do, everything that you see, learning the kids, everything. I mean, I feel like my kids know how to do stuff online better than me. You feel me? So, I mean, that's why I feel like it was so important also to be able to give back to this community, man, and be in Vegas, to partner with Visa and Alliant, to be able to come here and just give back to the community and see the faces that I feel like I relate to. Man, growing up, I always dreamed of being able to be in a community in a center like this, be able to go to a place where I felt like it was safe to learn and to grow. So to be able to see all these beautiful people in here come together and actually care about the community and what they say, stand on business. I mean, it's just important. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to be here and allowing me to be a part of your journey. Hopefully this ain't the end of the journey, man. Hopefully we continue the success in this community, and hopefully this is just, a stepping stone to where we want to be. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Do the panelists want to come join me on stage? I don't want to be up here alone. Thanks, everyone, for coming out today. It's so amazing to see this many community members. We've got a full room in here. There's another full room down the hall. So I know that this is exciting for everyone, and I can tell that this is important to you. There's Elias. My name is Kate. I'm on the Visa team. And it's been a real pleasure over these past few months to work with this extremely collaborative group of partners on the Community Access Lab. And I know everyone on this stage thinks a lot about financial inclusion, digital access. So we're going to talk about why it's important to us, why this might be important to you in your individual lives and for the health of this community. So we'll hold some time for questions at the end. So if you do have questions for anyone on the panel, we'll bring around some microphones in a short time. But first I want to let everyone introduce themselves, tell us who you are, and why is this important to you? Elias, I'll start.
Oh man, I'm going to start. Hey everyone, it's such a pleasure to be joined by so many members of our community this morning. So thank you all so much for joining. My name's Elias Benjaloun. I've been in Las Vegas for 18 years. I came to America when I was 2, and I like to share that story because I was the son of immigrants. And growing up in an immigrant household, education and community were values, and hard work were values that were instilled in me at a young age. And my family's always been very entrepreneurial. And so I don't want to bore you too much with my story, so I'll try to make some of these pieces pretty quickly. But entrepreneurship has a very special place in my heart because it has enabled so much in my life, specifically access to digital technology and understanding digital literacy. To put it in perspective, I grew up undocumented. And when I got to college at the young age of 15 because I worked hard and I studied hard as a young kid. But when I went to UNLV, I was not able to get any financial aid because I was undocumented like many other folks in our community are. But it was that web design skill and my access to technology that helped me pay my way through school, put me on a path that totally changed the direction my life went on. Since then, I've been able to be a part of venture-backed tech startup launches, have my own tech startup, and it's really changed, my life and my family's life. And so I've made it my mission, really, to help power digital equity for all. And so I'm so grateful to be joined by this amazing panel so that we can close the digital divide and share this entrepreneurial success with everyone.
Very good. Great job, Elias. I'm Bo Bernhardt. I'm vice president at UNLV, which is crazy because I grew up in this Clark County School District. I actually grew up not far. You could throw a rock and hit my home from this very building. Right up the road, I'm actually a third generation teacher in this community and very proud of that. My grandmother launched a little program called Head Start for 3-year-olds right up the road here. And then my mom and dad, in their first job after they got married, launched a little program called Upward Bound, with the great Harvey Mumford. Anybody who's local knows. So when I had the opportunity as the third generation teacher in my family to open up a little shop upstairs as a representative of the university, you can imagine how meaningful this was. There are a lot of special neighborhoods in Las Vegas. Those of you who are around here know that. There's one sacred neighborhood, and we're in it. It's the West Side. And the West Side pride that those of us who've grown up in and around here feel is something that is epitomized today by this attendance and the energy here. So the reason that we are upstairs is this Tourism Business Igniter, as you heard earlier. I did a little TED Talk. You heard TED Talks? Last weekend on the fun economy. Let me give you quick statistics. The fun economy is now 14% of the world's economy. And we define that as tourism plus sports plus entertainment. Taken together, those three industries are 14% of planet Earth's gross world product. 14 cents out of every dollar, 14% of every yen, peso. I just got back from London last night, euros, pounds. That's 9 times the size of the global pharmaceutical industry, my friends. A lot of this data is from Visa, actually, by the way. We did a report on the fun economy, citing our friends at Visa, because who has better data, talk about the digital divide, than Visa on the way that the world is spending than Visa? That's 7 times the size of the global fashion industry. It's 5 times the size of the global automobile industry, and it's 3 times the size of agriculture. So suddenly Las Vegas doesn't seem dismissible as a place that's fun, but not really important. Not when it's 14% of the world's economy. So what we're doing upstairs is bringing UNLV's top-ranked programs in tourism, entertainment, sports, the whole 9, and hopefully diversifying the tourism economy into a much more resilient, as you heard Lizette say earlier, industry, and diversifying its beneficiaries. So that's what I get to do. Come visit us upstairs. There are many, many UNLV team members in the stands here to invoke the Super Bowl language. Please, please come visit us. Good to see you all.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm Meredith Ritchie with Alliant Credit Union Foundation based in Chicago, Illinois. And I am so humbled and honored to be here with you today. I mean, as folks have said, the impact in this room, the good that we all can do is really unlimited. And thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. What we do at the foundation, first of all, we're the charitable arm of Alliant Credit Union. And you heard Dennis Devine, our CEO, speak earlier about the fact that we are a fully digital credit union. And so it's really vital that we do everything we can to help bridge the digital divide, everything that we can do. So our foundation is doing that. And what we do is we give grants to organizations like everyone on so that they can go out and really make a difference. And again, we're so pleased and delighted to be invited today to partner with Visa and everyone on, and Nevada Partners and Planet ROI to make a difference. So last year, in 2023, we gave out 42 grants. And some exciting things I'll tell you about later. I don't want to take up all the time, but we've got $1 million challenge going on right now where we're going to be giving out $1 million in grants. We've just started our digital inclusion advocacy program. So everybody in this room, everybody in this country can join Alliant Credit Union Foundation and be a digital advocate. And we'll talk about more of that later, but thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Norma Fernandez, and I'm the CEO of Everyone On. Everyone On, I like to say, is a nonprofit that has national reach but local impact, and we focus on the digital divide. Our true purpose is not just bringing technology access, meaning internet, computers, and digital skills to folks, but making sure they have the confidence to navigate our digital world. Technology is power, like we've heard everyone say today, and so is data. Data is so powerful. So we dedicate ourselves. In fact, for the last 10, almost 11 years, we've been working on this issue, and we dedicate ourselves to working in underserved communities, whether they're in rural parts of the country, urban parts of the country, to bring this access. But most importantly, to ensure that people really are harnessing the power of the internet. And this is why this partnership makes so much sense. As you heard every speaker say, it really takes cross-sector partnerships and folks to come to the table, bring the resources, but most importantly, bring the commitment, the passion, and the dedication to make this happen. So I want to acknowledge Visa, Alliant, Nevada Partners, Planet ROI, my team at Everyone On for really coming together and making this happen in a fairly short window. But it happens because folks put the resources on the table and because we bring literally the passion that you hear across the room here and the panel today to make it happen. So thrilled to meet you all, and we look forward to having this hopefully great conversation that you'll walk away with even more inspired. Thank you for having us.
I'm going to start with you again, Norma. Everyone On is such a leader in advancing digital access, and you guys have, a lot of research on, thank you, Michelle, a lot of research on why this is so important. So all the speakers have talked about this so far. We've talked about digital access, why it matters to us. Why are we also obsessed with digital access? What do we know is the impact of a lack of or having access?
Sure. So I'll share a few numbers, but I want to start by acknowledging that almost 4 years ago, we found ourselves learning about the global pandemic. It's around this time, 4 years ago. And if you remember when things started shutting down, including schools, it was around mid-March. And other than the health devastation that unfortunately impacted many people, what really stood out was the digital divide and how severe it was. And it really became even more glaring when we started hearing stories about kids hanging out outside of McDonald's, their local Taco Bell, because they couldn't have internet, or they didn't have internet access at home. And it became a big deal, right? Because it really shook us. Like, wait a minute, folks are unconnected. What's happening? We're sending kids home without technology to still learn. That was a ripple effect. Their parents felt it, parents and guardians, probably many of you who had kids at school at that time, trying to figure out how to help my student, my grandchild with technology when maybe I don't have the skill set myself. And so I want to acknowledge that because we're 4 years into the pandemic and we've made a lot of progress. Government, both federal, state, all the way down, corporations, nonprofits have come together to address it. But we still have a long way to go, and I'll tell you why. Michelle earlier shared that there's 21% of the country, or I think you said the state actually, households are unconnected. When we look at national level numbers, there are 18 million households that currently do not have internet access, and this is informed by the US Census. 18 million households translates to over 46 million people that do not have connectivity at home. So when you think about that effect, right, what does that mean? That means people don't have access to certain resources like online banking if they have an account. They're maybe having difficulties with accessing essential resources like employment opportunities during their telemedicine appointments. That is critical. And we also know through various reports out there that when workers in particular go from a non-tech job to a tech with a job that requires at least one digital skill, their income increases by 45%. Think about that economic impact, not just to the individual, but to the household, to the local economy, and to our global economy. Because I love that we're saying we are a global, not just economy, we're a global society. And so when we have folks at the table who are not even at the table, but when they are without the skills and the technology, both internet access and computers, and the ability to use that, we're missing out on a wealth of information. And it's also a little disappointing and jarring that when we look at who is unconnected, who's missing these technologies at home, again, whether it's internet, computers, or skills, it affects primarily low-income communities, underserved communities, both in rural parts of the country, urban parts of the country. And when we drill down a little bit more, we look at who it affects. It's people of color who were also disproportionately affected by the pandemic. So we need to address these, and these are the implications, right? People are missing out on opportunities. They're missing out on opportunities to find jobs, to connect with their family members, secure resources that they need to really build a thriving community for themselves and their family.
Thanks, Norma. And I want to zoom in on something that you said in terms of access to the digital economy. I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners in the room. And so Meredith, I want to ask you, how does Alliant think about getting involved in this work? You have a partnership with Everyone On. I know you're also focused on helping people get access to the digital economy. Tell us a little bit more about the work that the foundation's doing in this space.
Great, thank you so much. And you heard Norma speak and how compelling her points were. So we actually started a partnership in 2021 with Everyone On through Norma. And so far we've worked with them with 3 different grants, if I can explain a little bit quickly, and then I'll get more to your question. But the first grant that the foundation gave to Everyone On was really focused on policy and advocacy activity. The second grant that we did was a really interesting, they came up with a called the Offer Locator Tool platform, where basically you'd type in your zip code, and then it'll tell you where you would find low-cost internet and even devices. And so that was huge. And we thought that is a fantastic cause that could really help people. So we made that investment. And then the third one was the Affordable Connectivity Program, ACP, as most people know it. And so we've given them a grant in that area as well. So Kate, to get back to your question, again, as we've talked about before, financial access and wellness is one, you have to have digital access in order to be able to join a credit union, have, banking, all those things. And so, that's one reason why we really like to focus on bridging the digital divide and investing in giving grants to these organizations who can really make things happen so that people can get connected in the financial services arena. We offer Visa credit cards at Alliant Credit Union. Yes, and so many other things that really make a difference in people's lives. Mortgages, auto loans, savings, and studies have shown that if you are affiliated with a bank or a credit union, and of course I'm a proponent of credit unions because it's for the member, owned by the member, and all of our benefits go back to the member in terms of favorable rates. So we're really, really focused on getting people into a credit union. Everybody can join Alliant Credit Union. I'm not trying to make this into a commercial, but if you join our foundation, you can be a member of Alliant Credit Union, and that'll help. Whether or not individual, business, and I would say that even for a small business, you first got to have an individual account, and that's the first start. And let's teach our kids how to do that. Let's teach our friends in the community, everybody we know, how to connect and also how to get a bank account.
Thanks,
Kate,
Meredith.
anything else I can
thank
add
you
to
so
that?
much. That's great. Dr. Bo, I want to bring it back down to this community. And why is this so important in Las Vegas? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Elias said there's 40 to 50 million tourists that come through Las Vegas. You've already told us a little bit about the importance of the fun economy. How do digital skills improve businesses' opportunity to do business? Why is it so important here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, like many industries, the fun economy is very much a tech-driven economy. And I'll talk about 2 programs that are emerging from our partnership between UNLV and Nevada Partners. About 2 years ago, I was super inspired by this story. I heard about it through a friend. This kid that went to UC Berkeley, got a master's degree in business. I don't know exactly how this works over there, but I'm pretty sure you just walk over to Silicon Valley and say, just start giving me my $1 million a month, right? Because here's my, right? Instead, he went to the favelas in Brazil. And what he had was an idea that talent is universal, but opportunity is not, especially as it pertains to those who could be the next computer geniuses. And he launched a program to train computer software engineers in the heart of the poorest neighborhoods on planet Earth. His idea was, because the internet is everywhere, they can work here and work technically kind of in Bangalore, right? by virtue of the way in which the internet, of course, reaches all corners of planet Earth. And that's exactly what started to happen. And they started to move their families out of the favelas, and it changed family trees. And so when it came to looking at whether we could bring that to the United States, we got really excited about bringing it to Las Vegas. And we got really excited about bringing it upstairs into our office in the West Side. And that gentleman is in the back of the room. Gary Carrier, will you raise your hand? And can everybody give this man a round of applause for launching Plataforma USA to, in essence, bring opportunity to folks who already are good at this. They just don't know that they're good at this, right? And the ways in which this has inspired us at UNLV has led us to name him as our first ever President's Social Entrepreneur in Residence. So that's Gary Carrier. There's another individual here that I think many of you know if you are scholars of the historic West Side, and that is the voice of the West Side, Miss Clay T. White, who is right here. Please give her a round of applause. So as many of you know, these stories, this is what happens as we lose stories, right, as people pass away. But what if we could bring technology to the fore in a way that makes sure that those voices last forever? We've partnered with a group called Dreamscape. Dreamscape is actually DreamWorks, the Steven Spielberg movie studio's educational arm that creates all kinds of virtual reality worlds for educational universes. And their claim is that, look, we're really good at, you know when you cry in Act 3 because of something they planted in Act 1 and you don't even know why you're crying? What Hollywood's really good at is the science of evoking emotion. And what if we brought that to education? What if we brought all that those folks know about how to storytell and how to present it, again, in a virtual reality world? Wouldn't that be amazing? So every student at Arizona State University this semester that's taking Bio 101 is taking it in an alien zoo. Which evens a playing field because nobody's seen these animals, right? It doesn't matter if your family's wealthy enough to take you on safari into 19 zoos, you've never seen these animals. And once you invest in taking care of these animals, you realize I might be a biologist. So when we thought about ways to bring this to Las Vegas, we thought, of course, about the great Clay T. White. And what if we could light up Jackson Street again? Jackson Street, for those of you who are not from here, thank you. Yeah, well, thank Clay T. This is, of course, the famous place in the West Side that for horrific systemic racism reasons became perhaps the coolest cultural spot on earth, as folks like Harry Belafonte and Ella Fitzgerald and Ray Charles and so many of the great African-American performers who were allowed to sell out the strips, showrooms, but weren't allowed to stay in the hotel rooms, in the showrooms, took up shop over here and created a cultural brilliance that, again, was probably the coolest musical spot on the planet. Well, what if we rebuilt that in the virtual world, training kids in the West Side to build their grandparents' West Side, and in a way that educates everybody about history, about sociology, about all of the various educational fields that can come alive through technology. So that Dreamscape project, we just invested $2 million in that at the university, thanks to our great president, Keith Whitfield. And you'll be seeing kids from here tell the story of here in a way that we think will be very, very compelling in the future of education. So those are two projects I'd highlight from where the university can sort of play a role here.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Bell. Elias, so we've talked about why digital access is important. We're opening up a community access lab here at Nevada Partners. What opportunities will there be for the community to access the lab? What's going to happen in the lab over the next few months?
Yeah, it's so incredible, this investment made by these partners. So thank you again to Visa and Alliant and Planet ROI. And we're so happy here at Nevada Partners to be able to introduce this new community incubator here on the West Side. And it's pretty much open as of today. And really what that means is it's a co-working space. How many of you folks have heard of WeWork? Yeah, we've heard of WeWork. You know, I used to have an office over there. It's like a couple $100 a month just for a floating desk. Well, welcome to free work. So we really invite you all to get registered with us so you can have access to this co-working space so that we can inspire some serendipitous collisions where collaboration happens, where deal making happens within our community. In addition to that co-working space, we also have mailboxes. So if you need help registering your business, we can help you get your LLC, help you handle that mail, maybe help you get a business bank account. And beyond that, we also have our computer lab in there. And so we have 25 laptops now that's in there where you can check it out and you can work with us. But we'll also have 100 laptops to give away. And so I want to encourage you to go to nvpartners.org/sign up. And I'll put this link everywhere. Email blasted to all of y'all. Put it on flyers everywhere so that you can get registered. We have classes as early as next week, Thursday and Friday, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. On completion of the class, you'll get to walk away with your own laptop. And then the following Saturday, which is February 24th, we're going to do another digital literacy class. And we'll be joined by Gary Carrier from Plataforma, who will do an open house on the potential of a career in software development after the class. We'll probably have pizza. And I'm really excited by this because I see so many of our mentors and entrepreneurial mentors here in the room. And we'll be organizing all sorts of classes over the next couple of months. Social media mastery, podcast production. If you're curious about cryptocurrency, we have an expert who'll teach you about the safety and dangers of that space. And I'll also be introducing a weekly software implementation class. So my company, TechStart, does software implementation. We help enable all-in-one business management to happen on the cloud. And every week on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, you can come into the space, and I'll give you access to the software and show you how you can take your business online so you can generate more revenue ultimately. So nvpartners.org/sign up, or you can go to the website, and there's a drop down under Get Involved. Really encourage y'all to check out the space and start signing up for classes because really we are, some of my core values that I really believe in and I want to share with y'all is one, to always be learning. And that acronym is ABL, so I always think that, when we're always learning, it makes us capable to be able to do more things, right? And so I encourage you to join us to learn so that we can make a better impact in our personal lives and in our community here through Nevada Partners.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Elias. Before we wrap up, does anyone have any questions for anyone on stage? We have microphones. Don't be shy. Okay, SJ.
Well, I guess I'll kick us off. My question is for Bo. So with the two programs that you mentioned, how will you guys get the youth of the West Side and the historic West Side involved in those programs? Because of course we want everyone to be involved, but I feel like there's a significance with the youth that's out here that will be able to tell those stories.
Yeah, excellent question, right? Because, if a tree falls in the forest, nobody's around to hear it, right? So that's why we're partnering with Nevada Partners, right? Which is really the historic West Side's community organization and has been since the early 90s. Without these kinds of partnerships, again, universities are often, they feel a little bit like really cool spaces, but they almost have invisible walls that convey a message of kind of members only, right? Once more, we have an outstanding president. He's somebody who could be president anywhere. He was on the faculty at Duke when Research Triangle Park and the technology that came out of there transformed what used to be kind of a not so nice tobacco economy into a super dynamic fintech, automotive industry. And his belief is we have to blow up those invisible walls. And so, to answer your question, it's by virtue of being here with, again, several folks sprinkled throughout the audience who have offices upstairs. But partnerships, right? It sounds so simple, but partnerships are everything. None of us are smart at everything, right? So we have to partner. We have to partner. So, good question.
Hi, I'm Lynn. My question is, let's just say you're a person who doesn't know anything about tech. You show up today, you're excited, you're hearing all this good information, and you really don't know where to start. What would you say to that person? Like, where do I start? Who do I reach out to? What would that look like for them?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely reach out to me or reach out to some of the staff here at Nevada Partners. The class that we're going to be doing is like a digitalization boot camp, and the reason why this is so important is because, as Norma had mentioned before, folks that have digital skills are out earning the rest of the American workforce. All right, and so having these digital skills can really help you earn more money. And so some of the basics we're going to cover will be, how to leverage your laptop, how to use it, how to hop on Zoom, how to host your own Zoom meeting, how to use automated appointment systems, and we've got everything, I think, from basic digital literacy to advanced implementation and everything in the spectrum there. And so to get started, I would start off by going to our website and registering for our classes. And my team and I here at Nevada Partners will be in the co-working space. And so if you want to learn, just come on by, check out a laptop. If you get stuck, we'll do our best to help you.
If I could do a little,
Yeah.
Can I get this on? Thank you. A little plug for everyone on in the partnership with Nevada Partners. As I mentioned earlier, everyone on, we have extensive experience delivering digital skills training and really focused on folks who come to the table or the lab, to the computer, without any skills. And even that fear is, as we've documented through some research, folks have a little bit of fear of insecurity with technology. And guess what? That's okay. We all have it. We all have it about our phones, about new technology coming out. So want to encourage anybody who does want to learn this new skill, but maybe doesn't have their own laptop at home, that's fine. Come here because you will receive your own laptop that you'll get to own. And you'll learn the basics. And we will be working closely with Nevada Partners on sharing our curriculum. Obviously, they have extensive curriculum already, which is amazing. We'll help with sharing our resources as well to make sure that folks come even with a little bit of fear, but walk away a lot more confident. I also want to just do, if you don't mind, a little quick plug about some research findings that we're going to release in the next few weeks. And everyone on, as I mentioned, we've trained folks across the country. And what we noticed is that more than 90% of the folks that come to our trainings are women, and particularly women of color, whether they're African American, Black, or Latinas. And we found that really interesting. There's a story to tell about that, right? Speaking of stories, like we know there's a digital divide, but we know about it on a larger scale, right? Low-income, rural communities. And we don't know about the gender digital divide here in the United States. When we Google gender digital divide, what we find is lots of data and lots of resources on the global scale, meaning internationally, which is great, but not so much here in the US. And so we're making a concerted effort to target organizations that work with women, because we want to make sure that women have the skills and the confidence to, again, really navigate and harness the power of the internet.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think, oh, sorry, we'll take one more question, sure.
Hi, Elias, you mentioned you would be able to help people with LLCs. Is there a charge for that?
So thankfully, with the support that we have from UNLV and our Tourism Business Igniter, which is our entrepreneurship incubator program here, there is no charge to any of the support services that we offer.
Oh, thank you.
For those of you who know the grant world, this was a Build Back Better grant. It was the only one that Southern Nevada received, and it's going to support this program.
Awesome. Yeah. And I think what's so exciting about this partnership is that it's not just today, the opening of the lab, but everyone on the stage will be here over the next few months to get the lab set up, to help everybody with digital training. So we're excited to stick around and hang out with you guys for a while. I'm going to do one, just to wrap up, I would love to ask everyone to do a quick call to action for everyone in the audience. Elias, do you want to start?
Sure, yeah. So like I've been mentioning, go to Nevada Partners website, which is nvpartners.org/sign-up, and fill out the registration there. Select the classes. I mentioned the 3 classes we have upcoming. If those are not, if you can't make those, just hit other, and we're going to have plenty more classes. And I invite you to come visit us sometime next week and come co-work with us.
Dr. Bo?
Good job.
Dr. Bo.
And just quick pitch for your local Research One University. In 2018, UNLV became the youngest university in American history to reach the Carnegie top tier. In Las Vegas, we do things fast. This is a city that just a few years ago, this day would be unimaginable because the Super Bowl wasn't touching us, right? And so knowing that you have a powerhouse university in your backyard and knowing that we're like your public library, we're a place that's here for you, is a message we want to make sure we send to all of you. Thank you.
You know, I would say check out AlliantCreditUnionFoundation.org and just take a look. You'll see that there's a sign up to be a digital inclusion advocate. It won't cost you a penny. We would love to have you. You'll be getting some newsletters, and a lot of the content we'll be getting from everyone on and our other partners. So that would be my one ask for today. Thank you so much for having me.
My call to action is to invite you all to visit our table in the resource fair area. We have our team from Everyone On that's distributing information about the Affordable Connectivity Program, or ACP. It's a federal subsidy program whereby folks can put $30 towards their internet bill. I'm sharing this as a caveat because unfortunately, this program, federal program, is on the chopping block at the federal level. And it's extra unfortunate because in Nevada, there are over 200,000 households that are benefiting from this subsidy right now. So that's $30 back in people's pocket for eligible folks, right, for internet service. And so call to action is visit our resource table. We could share a little bit more about that program. And if you're in the public policy world, whether you're a senator's office, assembly office, urge you to advocate for ACP so that it's not on the chopping block and folks can continue to pay for their internet.
And Norma stole the call to action right out of my mouth, which is come hang out with us at the resource fair. You can learn about classes from Elias. You can learn about the tourism incubator from UNLV. Meredith didn't plug the $1 Million Challenge, but if you want to know what that is, go talk to Meredith and Dennis at the Alliant table.
Yes.
Everyone on will be there. Josh is here to take photos with you guys if you want to go hang out with us at the Visa table. Yeah, we're so excited to have you guys, and there's also snacks. Lastly, really quick before we wrap up, we have one special guest here. My new friend Eric from Senator Rosen's office is going to present something to Nevada partners. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Eric, and I'm here with U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen's office, and I'm proud to be here to present the Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition presented to the Westside Community Incubator. In recognition of your grand opening and ribbon cutting and grand opening, and for everything that's happening here, I'm just very, very impressed with everything that's happened. I grew up in the neighborhood, so just seeing this happening and the digital aspect of it, having that access to technology and being able to start your own business and having the people, the folks here to support you and us as a community spreading the word that this is here is very monumental. And this is the stuff that we're going to be talking about years from now. This is the beginning and not the end. And I hope to continue to see this kind of bright future. So on behalf of U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen, we'd like to present this congressional certificate. To Elias. You want to come up, Elias, and everyone else? Lizette and Lizette. You want to take a picture of them? Awesome.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Congratulations. That makes a lot more sense. Come in the middle. There we go. That
Get off the stage.
Oh no. Yeah, because really this. Yeah. Really, this is There we go. That works.
It's a collaborative effort, guys. I don't know.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, great. I think we'll see you guys all down the hall. See you there.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, sorry. We have one more speaker is going to come to the stage. Sorry, everybody. We're going to give closing remarks. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. Hello. All right. So, who is this stranger? I am Cedric Williams. I actually sit on the board of directors here at Nevada Partners. I am going to be here in the stead of our wonderful Congressman Stephen Horsford probably, other than his sister, the best one to be able to do this. He and I grew up in this neighborhood, and I retired from the fire department about 6 years ago, and I probably should have changed my phone number because not long after that, I got a call from Stephen Horsford, and he said, I should have known it was a setup. He said, what are you doing in retirement? I'm like, well, I do track and field, and I do blah, blah, blah. And a week later, he didn't tell me then, but a week later, I got a call from Nevada Partners asking if I wanted to come do a tour. I think he knew if I got on the campus and saw the things that are going on here, being from this exact neighborhood, and he and I ran track and field together and all kinds of stuff. And I was excited when I came here, and I thought, I need to have this shared by everybody that I know to come here and see the wonderful work that is being done. And so on behalf of Nevada Partners, I am so excited not only for the partnership, but those that are going to make the rubber meet the road here. UNLV, all of our staff here at Nevada Partners. Do I have any other board members here? There's Ms. Brooke in the back there. That is, she's on the board as well. And I just thank you. I thank you for all the people that come here. They get a big smile when they see me coming here, but I don't think they really realize how much it warms my heart, not only to come and see and support and do anything on my side with regard to the board itself, but also in this community, because they need to see people that came from this community, that have come out. Was it an easy community? No, but I believe it produced a lot of beautiful diamonds. And this opportunity right here allows us to do that for years to come. And so thank you all for coming. Hopefully you enjoy and get to tour our whole campus, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.